Hello everyone. So this is another energy update for October. We are already in the start of it. We are before the eclipses. So I'm gonna recap what is showing up for us for a couple of weeks, which has been a little bit intense. So there is a lot of immaturity that is actually coming to the surface at the moment that we are purging. So this is gonna be reflecting in your relationships, mostly in the relationships. And that includes, when I say relationship, it doesn't mean that it's the relationship you have just to the people, but it's the relationship you have to the animals, the relationship you have to the world, the relationship you have to ascension as well, like to your own path, to your own evolution, they call it, to your work ethic, to any kind of like immaturity is the word, okay? Like the word that came through that I am getting as a message, it's staring at me in almost every corner, like any type of immaturity, immature parents, let's say, and the trauma pieces around it. This one is actually very good for you to making a peace with your parents if there is like some anger you have around your parents, because we all have, the anger towards parents is actually the anger towards self, that we came to this soup called earth, and we are going out of the densities and the experiences we are having, which are mostly difficult, or challenging. Let's rephrase it. Challenging. That's a better word. So there is this like immaturity that is coming to surface, like, we are throwing these tantrums like around. Oh, I don't want to have this experience, and fuck it, like, I don't want to feel broke, and because the financial system is as well breaking apart, so we're gonna be experiencing a lot of these, I don't even know how to call it, but like it's all the immaturity, okay? Immaturity, not to wanting to grow. This is as well actually showing planetary. I didn't know, but I came to this realization that like practically all the Vedic astrology, not the Western one, but the Western one is more about the overlay. The Western one is more about the false matrix, sort of, or about. I don't want to devaluate it or saying that it's not true, because there are similarities, like most of the time, like, you picking it up for the body, so you can, it depends how much is your emotional intelligence, like, around these topics. But for me, Vedic astrology is like the mechanism on which the realm is actually working. It's like a clock. What came to me recently is that like we definitely have never been here before, like, like this is something that I can feel it, that even we are still going through certain cycles, which the cycles are showing mainly on the stuff you need to address, you need to shift, densities in the body, trauma pieces, woundedness, victimhood, blame, shame, all of these like densities. That is a lot, how you can actually think about it, like how is it showing up. But nevertheless, of this part, we have never been here before. That came to me as a message for the music. We have never done this before, obviously. This realm is closing down, and like that have never been done before in this realm. So of course we are doing something new. But before we were more looping. Now I think this is the end of the looping, which I understood last year in November, where there was an eclipse season. We were being pulled or pushed into certain reality bubbles. I call it the reality bubble, from which you gonna be working through certain themes that you still didn't work through. So staying aware of what is showing up for you. And I was talking the other day with one of my friends from Czech Republic, and she's going for some trip to Sweden with her man and the father, and they're going visit the son. And I was like, wow, there is nothing better than to like trying, to look on some densities and some like old stuff going on the family trip. So whatever is showing up for you in your reality is actually information. So it is really good to thinking about it, not just, oh, I have this life. No, 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 no. This is a bunch of like, it's like this programming, like, and all these like situations you created in this game for you to play. So it is very good that you learn to really read your reality and to dissect as well a little bit what is really showing up for you. So that's one part, is the immaturity that is gonna be showing up. Immaturity in the people, like they don't want to grow. Immaturity in the relationships, I don't want to do these, immaturity as a parent. Like for me, like I am being challenged as a parent. So parents are gonna be challenged. Most of the people who are pregnant are gonna be challenged because we're not supposed to born new kids into this realm. And to my understanding, this is gonna be like a massive, at the moment is gonna be abortions, miscarriages, this kind of a thing is gonna be happening because we're not supposed to born kids into this mess, because this is closing down. So there is gonna be a lot of stuff happening, and we are preparing for next year. For some reason, that is something that is coming up for me already since the start of the year. And I know that this year is very important, and I feel it inside of me as there is a lot of resistance which I am dealing with. For example, to commit fully to this ascension path. That's show up for me yesterday in a very profound way. I was subscribed to someone's channel, and I know that I didn't subscribe to the channel. So, and I was asking for such a long time for certain like conclusion for my path, because I don't know how to blend the things together. I have no vision for myself. And I realized, I had this conversation with my friend, and I don't really know how to live with all the information I have, and all the information I'm getting, and with all the other side, the multidimensional stuff I'm having, because like everything will think that you are crazy. And but unfortunately, I had there some sort of something. You might feel it as well, because what we are doing is like we are recalibrating to what to commit to. That's another theme that we are working for already since September. And I think October is like a little bit like empty, but there is a lot happening in October. So it's not empty at all. For me, like the October for me is like, wow, this is gonna be huge. November, I don't getting anything for November yet, but for me, October is ginormous because we have 2 eclipses. And last year in October was this very similar depleting for me. The same like this year, I am absolutely exhausted. So you might feel exhausted because there is gonna be this inner urge to commit to something long term, and like having this like clear vision where you're going, not vision where you're going, because we don't really know where we're going, but or how is it gonna be playing out, because like we have never done this before, so we don't really know. So being in this uncertainty, it's really annoying and it's frustrating on one side. So you might feel frustrated that you don't know, but pay attention to like little messages that are coming. Actually, you can ask your inner being or your greater being for like giving you the clues and making it obvious. Like, because I always ask to making it obvious, because I get frustrated very easily if I don't get the messages the way I am used to getting the messages. And suddenly like I'm subscribed to someone's channel and I'm like, how has this happened? And I was like, how is this possible? I definitely did not subscribe to that channel. And because I'm really holding my field together. I don't want any interferences. I removed all entities. I'm constantly working with to being clean. And this is as well asked of us a lot this month, is to be able to stay in your own energy field, to taking long walks. Like I can see that my dog, she's pulling me constantly out. 11:11, I just saw. Yeah. That I can stay out of the house. And I'm so much outside. I give her like 4 times walks, which is like very unusual for me. I'm playing more with her, so I'm like being sort of distracted by her, but I was like, this has to be for some benefit. It's frustrating that I cannot work, but I can see how it pulled me out completely out of the work, what I have been doing so far. I did push, obviously, because I'm used to like making things happen. And I don't feel it. It's like, oh, I came out with some product, it's out there, but I don't feel it. It's like, oh my God, I don't feel it. Where it is? What's going on? And I know if you have a Kundalini awakening, the Kundalini awakening is there for a reason, that you commit to service to others. There is no way you can be happy unless you're not doing service to others. It's like this, it is coming with the package of the Kundalini. So we are really in a very interesting time, and we are preparing for next year. I've been guided to tell you to start taking this a little bit more seriously, but not taking, it was like, tell them that we should take it seriously, but don't take the stuff so seriously. So it is like both ways. It's like not to taking the 3D too much serious, but taking the ascension more serious. Because people not taking this stuff seriously, I can say it, that they think that we have tons of time, but we do have a time. I want to tell you that we do have a time. You're not missing the train, or you're not gonna be left behind, or you're not, if you're not ready to work through certain things, you get more time. You'll be pulled into this like reality bubble where you're gonna be working things through. That's one thing. So we are recalibrating what to commit to long term. A lot of you starseeds, especially, a lot of you are gonna be maybe having some like aha moments and conclusions to, okay, the guidance is clear, it is pulling me into this direction, I'm going that direction. This is, let's say for me, it happened that way. I would not expect to receiving the message through someone else's interview, which I watched on YouTube, but through that interview, I had about 7 aha moments that like what I am actually doing here wrong. It's not really you're not doing anything wrong, but just to. So that's another thing. What is happening in the body? A lot of sleepless nights or sleeping super deep. Time is absolutely crazy, wacky. Like, I just meditated, and I know that the meditation is 20 minutes, and usually I'm able to like stay another 20 minutes afterwards. I knew that it's like about like 40 minutes, more or less. And I looked on the clock, and it was like 2 hours afterwards. I was like, where the heck, the time's gone. And the same, in the night I had less to sleep. I felt like I didn't sleep at all one of the nights, couple of days ago. So you might be having all these like a weird time, crazy stuff going on. Like the time is not, want to hug. So that's another thing. Internal heat, feet. For me, feet, legs, chakra system is very active. Oh yeah, that's what I was actually having here written. There was an overlay on the chakra system. There is like this, you've got a chakra system, and there is a lock on it, which needs to be removed. All interferences needs to be removed. There are implants, there are devices in the body. There is all kind of a shit that was placed on the human form for a reason that you cannot ascend. So this has to be removed. All the interferences has to be removed. You have some information on that on my blog. I think it's under a section of the implants. It is on the front page, on the home page. There is a click to removing the interferences and malicious devices and things. If you click on it, it will brings you to the section of the blog where you can scroll down and find the post. There is a lot of information in there, lot of reading. I'm sorry, but the informations I'm getting is a lot of information because I got activated in 2017. So I got information overload. Yeah, see that? No. And that's how it goes in here. So I can definitely draw. Can I? I hope I'm gonna be. No, Hilda, go. Yeah, she's not. She's restless. So we are still purging a lot of the old energies. So family trips are perfect for that. If it happens to you, like going visit your parents and things like that, cool, because like you can work through certain old energetics, and this is going deep. Okay, that's like somebody was saying that we are still purging Egypt. Totally possible. I don't have that experience. I was purging Egypt like a while ago, but we might be still. So internal heat, which is we are burning some like old template. It's really important to you guys that you start working with the energetics and really commanding your like inner being. Say, okay, greater being, do I have some locks? Do I have these? Do I have some entities? Do I have some contracts? You have to delete you have to disconnect from all of those interferences. Otherwise you will not be able to receive the right messages. Or being exposed to certain material. I remember when I was dealing with all of these locks and malicious implants. I remember when we were switched on the hybridization program, my daughter is a part of it. I am somehow connected to it too, but I still didn't dig into it. I just removed all the interferences because I had get the energy leaks. Somebody was feeding off me for a very long time. My journey was very, I would say, heavy and difficult on the energetic level because of that. And I didn't know for a very long time. So now this is very important that you start taking this stuff seriously because of the artificial intelligence that we have on. There is a lot of frequency that is being broadcasted. There is a lot of fear mongering. There is a lot of distortions in all the informations. There is a lot of malicious informations out there as well to misguide you. So it's very important that you strengthen up the relationship with your own greater being. And I think 3 days ago I drew this a being which is bringing the sacred geometry from Bashar, and it was very interesting because in that time, it was after the galactics were showing off quite a lot, about 2 weeks ago. They are still showing a lot in the dream state. They are working on us, removing the things. We are being prepared for like a bigger upgrade. I know that there is always, when there is this type of period of when a lot of things are happening in the body on the energetic level, sleepless nights or super deep sleeps or being completely exhausted, fatigue. There are no more battles in the astro. I think the war is over. So far, when I was last time out, what I saw, I was in the space station, and I was looking on the spacecraft. It was very peaceful. It was more like a repairing and they are holding us and preparing us as well for the next level. And you will not be able to receive certain things unless you do not do some work on yourself. you know, like it cannot be even uploaded into your system. So the interferences needs to be removed first, and do it with the dogs as well, because they have chips, by the way. I start hearing the frequency, I hear the frequency all the time, but I hear the frequency, how it changes when somebody who is heavily vaxxed comes to the room. So I hear the frequency automatically changes. And I started to question the dog because I know they have chip. So anything like devices, you know, like you have to really start to be acutely aware of the fact that we have artificial intelligence and anyone can broadcast anything to you. So I am the one who is having headphones with the wire. Because if I don't have the wire, then anything can be broadcasted into my ears anytime. And I know that they do this in the shops. So when you're going into the store and you are plugged in, I've been guided many times to not to be plugged into any type of device when I'm shopping. Because I realized that afterwards, I was like, why is this one in my shopping cart? I was looking on the choices I made in the store, and I was like, I never buy these. So how is it possible? Like, you know, you start questioning as well how you are making your choices, and you start being attuned finally to the subtleties of how you are being as well scrambled, because the attack is a big on the starseeds. Because I don't think that they can stop us anyway. We are not we are unstoppable, but still, it's very good to be aware of, because you will save yourself a lot of pain in the body. If you have a lot of pain in the body, that means you have a lot of distortions in your energy field. And this has to be addressed, and you have to work through it. Nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody is going to come to pick you up. If somebody is going to pick us up from extraterrestrials, if you are part of that group, you still have to do the work on yourself first to be even able to be picked up. Otherwise, you just evaporate, you know. The body cannot be picked up just like and brought into a different dimension or different type of like a frequency, because you would not hold together. So some people are going to be taking body, some people are not. Some people are going to be using classical OBE. You just like learn how to exit the body, but it is very heavy on the body when you get back. So the body has to have certain health. That's why you have a lot of recipes on my web. On my web is like no bullshit diet, no these like vegan and whatever. It is all very functional to like help you like restructure the blood, or raising a little bit of the levels of the frequency in the body. But you have to as well understand that maybe you're not in the country that you can eat these things. You know, let's say yogis using more neem and turmeric, but because we are not in India, we are so for us, let's say cabbage is way better as a blood purifier. So, you know, like that's why there is so many recipes on my web. Like you can choose something and try how it works for you. It's more to like explore as well the nature of the plants. And you know, even though we get a lot of toxicity from it, because of course the air was contaminated. The galactics did something to the air. I can see the particles, they changed. And that's a while ago, I think I had the video about it, that the particles changed, and I know that the air was adjusted. But the water is still, you know, the entire realm is toxic. And I cannot even imagine that this is fixable. Honestly, good luck. If galactics are gonna do it, good luck. But like, I don't believe that this is fixable. So what I am experiencing is like this bleed of the other reality into my reality, like the higher frequency. I can manifest certain things very fast in a couple of like hours, but certain things, you know, not everything. We are still breaking the financial system down, which is going to be very interesting, because I don't really know how this is going to look like How is it looking like for you? But most of the people what are reporting, they are like sort of paycheck to the paycheck. My friend we were talking about it yesterday about exactly about this, and I was like, look, don't worry about it too much because we are breaking the finances down at the moment. So who knows how is it gonna look like for us? So that's a couple of things that are happening in October. We're gonna see a lot. Nothing is gonna stay hidden. We know that this year is the year of revelation. That was a message that I got on the start of the year, and we are restructuring the relationships. We are being guided to taking a little bit the ascension more serious, but not serious, like a really taking it seriously, like more like, okay, this is my energetics and this is what I need. This is what I need for my work to power it up. So you have to create certain structure, how you're gonna be operating with who you are at the moment on an energetic level. So support the heart, support the nervous system, changing the diet, maybe, like I am being constantly guided, like even like scale up, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be on the fruit, but I transitioned more into the fruit. Then I have I show me middle finger on it and I eat some cheese and bread and then I feel sick. And, I get as well still push and pull, 3D, the new energetics. I don't want to say 5D because that's not where we're going. We are going first to Harmonic Universe 2. All right. We're not going to the 5D. We are going to the actually Harmonic Universe 4. But first we have to get into Harmonic Universe 2 and stabilize ourselves in there. And that means everything in your reality will have to change according to it. So if you have a person in your reality which doesn't match that and you're still in the relationship with, that has to end. So there is a lot of, we're gonna be doing a lot on the relationships, but as well your relationship to money, your relationship to the work, the way how you're doing your relationship to the knowledge you have, and the responsibility. Because what I noticed that the biggest fear we have is, well, apart from the fear of death, I have the opposite. I have a fear of this realm actually. So I'm working through that one a lot. It's like trusting the people, and for me it is more fear of being here, not the fear of that. I would go gladly. That's why I could have a 4 bout of the body experiences without I found it very liberating actually to not to feel my body. So all the yogis are doing, they are overcoming the body. First you have to break the locks. First you have to delete, or all the distortions needs to be deleted somehow. So the yogic practices are for it, but you can do it way faster doing shadow work. You can do it way faster just being aware of it and setting the intention or working with your inner being. There is many tools. There are many amazing people out there that can read your soul signature, that can give you a certain information. So take advantage of as well who is out there if you are feeling stuck, restructuring in the relationships, and we are burning down old design, sort of the old template has to be sort of burned down so that it can get restructured. So there is gonna be always this period. So take care about your body. Work a lot with your, I don't want to speak about chakra system. I see them and I know that you need them for, I don't think it's just one way, okay? There is probably many ways, but I see them and I see them being supportive to actually go through the Stargates. And I went through the Stargate, I think the end of August, 27th and then 31st in August. And both of the times I went through Stargate, so I saw the sacred geometry. I saw all the chakras were active. They were spinning. I feel them spinning. I see them merging. I see them like creating, they kind of like completely merge, and then you access like the kind of a dream state. The first phase, you access your energy field and what is in it, so you can have like all kind of a weird dreams about like dogs and things, you know, the shit you're running in your mental kind of faculties as well, like your programming, your trauma pieces, you know, all of that, your energy field, you accessing that part is the first part you access. And then if you are able to go through that, you start hearing a sound. It gets so loud, it's like a buzzing, or it's like a gaming music. It could be all kind of a different type of sounds. It depends on your design. And then you become a particles. I wish somebody checked on me when I was actually going out. If the body was here, because I'm kind of curious if the body was there or not, because I am not going that I'm going out of the body. I'm going through these stargates. It looked like it was green. It is in your heart. Your heart has to be active. Heart and throat chakra has to be a little bit merged. It took me a year of doing all the energy updates. That's why I'm doing it as well, because the heart chakra is, you know, the throat chakra is connected into many the other chakras as well. It's not like the classical way how you're seeing it on the pictures. It doesn't look like that. They are differently connected to each other. They are connected this way, but they are as well connected to another parts of your body. So it's kind of interesting how the schematic looks in the body. So when they are merged and then you go through the dream state, you feel like that you are really like sleepy, and then suddenly you become lucid, and then you become particles, and you sort of like dissimulate, or I don't know how you disassemble. I don't know how to say it. And then you go through like, and then, I mean, first you see the Stargate actually, and you go through it, and you land somewhere. So I went to the space station. I was again. So I went to the space station. I was looking some crafts. It was very peaceful. So I know that the war is over for sure. So I don't know how is it all gonna go now. I still didn't meet any being on the other side. Yeah. No, that's the way it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I have to go. I have to give her a walk, because otherwise I will not be able to do anything. You know. Yeah. Now she sits here. Okay. Pay attention to your body. Give the body what it needs. Support your nervous system. Eat well. You know, take it easy. And I've got a dog on the table. Hello. She wants to go. Yeah, it's kind of funny update, but okay, guys, I see you next time. Bye.